All right. Ladies and gentlemen, come one, come all. Welcome back to another Relentless recap. You guys know the vibes, you guys know how we do it. So as you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up. And of course, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to our beautiful channel. Guys, today was another excellent day in the markets. Any day that we're alive and we can just draw some breath and breathe in the polluted air here in New Jersey. It's a fine day. So hit that thumbs up, buckle up. This one will be short and sweet. Just like, oh, I don't have a joke. Okay. Enough of me being too casual. All right. Okay. So positions, 3 stocks traded down down 100 on PSQH, which ended up giving a sweet move here all the way to 35. I mean, would you look at that? I did see it here as it broke high of day and got halted up, but was occupied with GFAI because I did come back. This was a good move here. On the resumption, what I did not like is that it opened up lower and then squeezed, but still good. I think there was an opportunity here. So we ended up having this long consolidation, a bit of a wedge, and then it finally took off. And so for anybody watching at this, if they caught this low, or at least this second candle here, and had the patience to sit through this consolidation, I mean, even here would have been a good sell, because once this comes down, we start to get this bear trap, right? This is exactly what we teach in the classes, the panic flush, right? This pulls back and then curls right back up. Nice bullish hammer candle, sign of strength, universal candlestick. Everybody knows about the hammer at this point, right? So from there, it gets to from lows of 2471 to a high of 2680. If you didn't sell there and you were a little bit more patient, it never came back down to retest those lower levels. And from there, I mean, payday. So for any of you who might have caught this, congratulations, because this is absolutely incredible. Now, the question is always the same, and it's like, if you were patient and if you were holding, where would you have sold? The high of day this time, around 27.37. Even if you are still holding a little bit, let's say you sold most around this area, did you sell the rest now at 29.49 area? I mean, anybody who might have held all the way to 34, 33, I mean, just splendid. But yeah, this thing did move. But again, volume, 90,000 shares, 30,000 shares. I'd like to see like 200,000 shares a candle, or between 150, 200 on a move like this. But this was sweet, man. This was a sweet, sweet move. Moving on, and by the way, where I got red, let's pull up the show trades. I can't even remember on this particular stock. Let's see. Okay. So I attempted oh yeah, I remember now. So I was watching to see if we could get the 1 minute candle to make the new high in this bit of a shorter term area, but didn't quite see it. Wanted to see essentially a big green candle here like this, but did not happen. In, out a couple times, and that was it. So moving on to the next stock. Moving on. We have GFAI. So when I came back later in the day, this is the one that I traded. GFAI, not bad. A bit of a grinder though, right? Price action a little tricky. We had a lot of bigger red candles, right? Up, then flush. Nice move, flush. Nice move, flush. So for me, I came back with a really small size because I'm trying to feel this thing out. I'm trying to figure out where's going to be the best opportunity to trade and to be able to capitalize. And it started pulling away right here. After we started pulling away here, it's where I kind of got involved and had some small trades going up. Quick pullback here, continued higher. And again, you have to watch out for these flushes, man. Boom, big flush. Boom, big, big doji candle. And again, right here. So this stock, whilst it was decent, I mean, just very tricky if you're, trying to buy the dips too aggressively, or even, being in a little higher on the wrong candlesticks. So very tricky. And then right here, just completely rock bottom, man. And just, hard flush down. But yeah, as we got the incline here, We got a few trades and we were able to make a little something. 180 extra. We'll take it. I did miss this stock from leaving out early. I think I left it like 11, maybe right here. Yeah, I left it 11. So right before this big move here started, I kind of missed all of this. I mean, not kind of, I did miss all of that. This probably could have done something for me on the day. Now, if I'm to trade it and do as well as I did here with the smaller size, could this 180 or let's say 200 bucks really, could this have been, 500, 1,000, 1,500? It's hard to say. I'd have to be here to trade it. But yeah. Lastly, on the day, we had PRFX. PRFX continuation stock. Today is the third day that this one is in play. And you guys know day number 3, it's never strong. So this is day number 1 at the bottom here of the screen, going back a few days ago, from 355 to 26 to 2641. A few days later, day number 2, from 4. Wait, hold on. Is this correct? No. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 355 to 26. And then we had, let's see, 637 to about 16, so about a $10 share move. And then now today, pre-market lows clocking in around $8, from 8 to a high of about 11. So not quite as impressive as day number 1 or day number 2. And funny enough, day number 1, I didn't even trade this thing. That day, I had a good green day, locked it in, and this stock was going crazy, although lighter volume and a lot of halts. Day number 2, we had more volume. Like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. And here today, again, giving it a chance. And so when it comes down to the price action, a little tricky. Nice move up, flushes back down. Nice move up. Just hard drops, man. Hard drops. If you're not careful, or again, if you're just a little too aggressive towards the high points, you got caught. Some of the drops are avoidable, but not all. Sometimes you'll just, you'll have to just take the loss. And so for me, it was, I'm using smaller size because the spreads are a little bigger. The volume is a little lighter. So I'd go green, flat, red, green, flat. And I'm like, you know what, man? I think around here, I got back to square one. I'm up 180, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get green and I'm out of here after this. So we had this nice pull away. I'm in down here. It pulls back, right? Pulls back to a low of 10.12, curls up a little bit. I'm long and I'm watching for the higher push up to 25.30 and so forth. Was that here? I think it was here. What's the low? 24? Yeah, and this thing ended up going, aggressive up to 70 and then even up to $11. So I needed to hold my position at 10, like I think 10.05, 10.15, 10.20. I needed to hold that position. I had 2,000 shares. Hindsight is 2020. If I could have read the future, I would have been long, even bigger size, selling into the highs. But that's fantasy, make believe. That's not the real world. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was the day. So 441 there, 180 on the other stock, and then $100 loss. So basically net 80 bucks between GFAI and PSQH. So 440 plus another 80 to slightly over 500 bucks in a day. And again, I probably should have traded this stock here. I mean, I probably could have done well here. They're just so tricky, man. But yeah, that'll do it. It's been RT. Hit that thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Quick recap here, just to go over a little bit about the day. Tomorrow we'll probably show some archives for Friday if there's something a little bit more exciting. But right now, just slow markets this entire week, really. If you're managing to be small green or big green this week, awesome. At the very least, if we are red, let's try and keep it small. If we are deep into the red, we got to try and reduce size, be careful, and not, create too much of a deficit, because this could be an off week. I don't know, but when things do pick back up, because they will at some point, whether next week, the week after that, I don't know, but we don't want to have to work our way back up. We want to just continue where we left off, and that's the key with the markets. can we hold on to the cash that we have and build onto it, let it compound, in the next hot cycle. That's what really matters, is the hot cycle. Even if you're let's just throw numbers out there. If you're making 1,000 a day in a hot market, and then you come down to just $100 a day in a cold market, it honestly is just so negligible. Jeez, can't speak sometimes. It's negligible because, you know, one hot day is 10 slow days. So on these days like today, for me, it's like I'm not even gonna try to go crazy. I'm not gonna try to be a hero. I'm not gonna try and do something we've never seen. Today is not the day to say, yeah, $30,000 day, $50,000 day. No, that's a day. That's a different day, not today. And even maybe, but again, you have to be the amount of risk you'd have to take on. Anybody, if you're up 50 grand on this stock here, PSQH for example, you have to put out a lot of risk. And let's talk about that risk, right? Let's look at the 5-minute chart quickly. So we had a move up to 24.95. High selling volume coming down versus the move going up. So this is essentially a lot of weakness to kind of start off the morning. Okay, we do bounce back up. At this point, we've based in a low. You could have said, all right, I'm going to risk towards this low. And that low was around 1761. High midpoint 2219. So we pulled back to a low here of 1951. If you're down in here around, let's say, $20, you're risking to the low of day at 16. Was it 16 or 17? 1761. It's a $2 a share risk, or $3 really. Let's say $2.50. 5,000 shares. You're using 5,000 shares, or let's say 2,500. 2,500 from 17 to 27 is 25 grand, and then another, like $7 a share. 3,000 shares or something. You're using like 3,000 shares. You're essentially risking on a weaker looking setup because of how heavy the selling volume is here. You're risking about 9 to 10 grand to see if this can get back to high of day on what I would say is like a B quality, not even, I'd say this is like a C minus quality setup, maybe even lower. So the odds are not really in our favor here. Okay, this one does curl back up and goes all the way to 35. No one could have guessed or imagined it. And it also has a lot to do with where you would have sold. Would you have taken profits high of day? Would you have taken profits, 28, 29? Did you, and even if some people did hold, are they still holding? Because, we're not quite at the highs, right? There's a lot of variables. And so, you'd have to take on like $9,000, $8,000 plus worth of risk to potentially get back to high of day, to make like 12 to 15 grand. Not the best risk to reward. But yeah, so it's been RT, your favorite YouTuber. Guys, if you're interested in learning how to trade, be sure to check out MMU, Merciless Markets University. This is where I teach individuals such as yourself how to manage risk and how to day trade in the small cap land and the small cap world. All right. So if you're interested in learning how to trade, be sure to check it out, right? Learn how to trade and think like a profitable trader. The path to success, the blessing of trading, and of course, your beautiful mentors, Marcelo and myself. This is what's included in your subscription. We have ongoing lectures, the course itself, which is from 0 to advanced. You guys can come down and take a look at the curriculum. If you hit the, icon here, the down arrow, you'll see all the chapters. There are weekly Q&As, guys. Weekly Q&As hosted by Marcelo and myself. Live daily recordings, right? AKA archives. We record ourselves trading daily, right? So you guys can be able to go back and rewatch what we did, why we made the decisions we did, see why we bought, why we sold, where we're buying, where we're selling, and all the good stuff. All right, that's from both Marcelo and myself. Daily watch lists and trade plan, which is provided to you guys early in the morning every day. low latency streaming via YouTube, which is a free section, and then of course in the Discord, which is sectioned off only for the MMU students, right? So do you guys want to join? Are you interested in joining, right? You also have the MMU inner circle chat, and then you have one-on-one mentorships. A lot of people don't do this. Not everyone really loves to teach as much as Marcelo and myself do, and so we don't mind doing one-on-one mentor sessions, all right? And then of course you'll have lifetime access to the Relentless Trading chat room. So if we jump on over here, you guys will see that there's two sections, right? In the left-hand corner, we have the trading floor, and then we have the MMU trading floor. So if we jump up here to the MMU trading floor, you guys will see that there's a bunch of orange names, and these are all the MMU students, all right? So be sure to check it out. And of course, if you do want to join the chat without becoming a student, you can. But yeah, you know, MMU, you are granted lifetime access, all right? So with that being said, check out the links down below for Momo Pro, which you can use code Relentless for 25% off. And you guys can also check out these sweet deals for some discounts on TraderView if you're using this software here just to, you know, scan your trades, let's say track your trades, you know, your metrics, all right? So with that being said, it's been RT. These links and coupons you can find down below. And I am, of course, signing out. Catch you guys later. Hit that thumbs up, and 9:15 a.m. bright and early again tomorrow morning.